Welcome back to Rhythm Section Live, the world's leading rhythm podcast, proudly sponsored by Collision Drumsticks, where we don't just talk drums, we dive deep into the culture, the history, and the personal journeys that brought our guests to the stage. We have some incredible conversations lined up for you. To keep up with our latest videos, tour dates, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Don't forget to like this video and join the conversation in the comments below. Joining us this week is the great James Pedley. Hi, James. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Great. Thank you for joining me today.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
I've been listening to both Lunakiss and Arthur the Invincibles this week, two pretty different but equally cool bands. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I mean, I first joined Lunakiss when we were in college. We all joined together as our little love child thing, and then years later met Arthur and everyone, and then we joined that, and it marries up really nicely because it's like I can get the pop punk element out of me and Arthur Invincibles, and then all the proggy sort of time signature old rock stuff in Lunakiss, which is great. Kind of you get the best of both worlds, if you know what I mean. And it's nice differing between the sets as well. If you've got a gig one week, gig the other week, it's really keeps the mind busy.
Arthur and the Invincibles to me was kind of this pub anthem band.
I mean, we've got I think 2 tracks on Spotify now. We've got an album which we've done at Vader. We've got a couple more tracks to come out as well from the EP, which was the first ones we did. And the new tracks are definitely very anthemic. Arthur's got a very good way of writing like an anthemic hook, if you know what I mean, which makes it very fun to play drums to, which I really like.
Right.
Will's playing with us in Arthur Invincibles now, so it's even getting more anthemic and bigger because Will's in Lunakiss with me, and it's nice. We've sort of brought a bit of the epicness, and it's got even bigger with Arthur Invincibles now in terms of like the anthems, because I think they realise how cool it can be in the studio, and like which you don't have to just be like, oh, there you go, that'll do. It's like, no, we can make this cool as, if you know what I mean.
Lunakiss is a really awesome, fun band. I've been enjoying listening to some of my favorite tunes are Take Her Away and Gravity. Take Her Away especially, it reminds me a little bit of War Pigs, just the beginning of it and how it's dissonant.
A very odd track, isn't it, really, as well?
Yeah, it's super cool. And kind of Phantom of the Opera. It's like kind of dark and...
Yeah, I always think of it like the Trial by Pink Floyd, to be honest. That's one that I think of it, like that weird, like ominous. We don't play it anymore. We will eventually again, but do you know what I mean? It's one of them that we haven't played live in ages, but it's a fun one to play live. But it's long as well. If you're doing support slots, or if you're doing like a 40-minute set somewhere, and it's a 10-minute long song, it's a bit like, oh, okay, popping that one in there is a bit, it takes like the whole setup nearly.
Yeah. So you're hitting the studio June 3rd to record the 7th track for Arthur the Invincibles, and you just wrapped up Lunakiss tracks. You've been working with Matt Terry. Talk about the process of recording with both bands and writing interesting drum parts for the records.
Well, Arthur's stuff is great. We get an idea and then we actually hash the song out in the studio, which is a lot of fun. Obviously, we get a structure, an arrangement, and then often a lot, me and Matt will sit there and we'll come up with the different drum parts because they're pop punk songs in a way. Do you know what I mean? They're like that sort of structure. And then we'll think of ways how to not make it just the same drum beat and the same, 4 on the floor kind of thing here. And that's really fun. And then with the Lunakiss stuff, that's a lot more regimented. We'll think of that for months, and we'll think of that like where the kick drum's placed and where this is that and what we're going to do in the breakdown, which is also really fun because then you get to know exactly what you're doing.
Right. There's some very interesting drum parts in the Lunakiss stuff where there's accents at the beginning of the measure and just really cool things happening. There's definitely the groove-oriented stuff, but you have some really tasty, awesome drum parts in there.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that's why we practice so much, because then it comes sort of second nature. You can then think of these grooves and these tempo changes and like half time back into double time without killing the groove or without making it sound sloppy, I think, which is, and playing to click. We play to click a lot now, which helps a hell of a lot. Yeah. Like a hell, that's really good.
You like playing to the click?
I love playing to click. Yeah, I think it's great.
Yes.
I'm playing with Matt tomorrow. I might be a bit loose on the click sometimes. I'm playing all the time. Every time I play now, I try and put a click on it. Try and not hear the click, if you know what I mean, is the
Right.
best way, I think. Just make it's there. It's another instrument. It's just there with you, keeping you. It's a safety net, yeah, as well, a little bit. Because sometimes gigging, especially with after that, you can get well excited as I've just upped the tempo of the song by like
Yeah.
10 BPM. And I was like, what's going on?
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, we don't play to click with Arthur, but I've got better at controlling myself live as well and just taking a few. I played with a bass player Tommy years ago, and he was like, just take 3 seconds before you do the song and just calm down. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Rather than just being like, yeah, da, 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 da. And then you're
Right.
in, and then you're locked in and you're like, oh, now we're here. So,
Yeah. No turning
yeah,
back.
yeah. But so tomorrow I'm in the studio with Arthur Invincibles tomorrow. And then we've actually got the final track to record with Luna Kiss on Friday. So I'm double bubble this week, which is really cool.
That's
So I'm
awesome.
there all week. And the last, if you like, because we've got the new Luna Kiss, if you like Take Her Away, the new Luna Kiss one, Hollow Earth, we're going to call it. It's going to be, I think it's a bit of a stonker. It's a good one. It's quite epic. So I'm really looking forward to the drum parts on that.
That's great.
And I get to spend a whole day on it because both guitarists are, they're working. So I've got to just sit there all day with Matt and play drums, which is just, that's the best.
So essentially, you spent all year living pretty much in Veda Studios making music.
Oh,
And when you look back on the history of modern music, so studio residencies are kind of a dying art. Um, what do you think the benefit of that has been for your band to have a dedicated studio space and working with a producer like Matt Terry?
I did work with Matt's the best, and big up to Matt because he kind of took us under his wing. We met him, we did one song, and then we finished the EP, and he was like, "Let's get the album done." And we've got a real special relationship now. We got that with Arthur Invincibles because Arthur knew him previously, and it wasn't. That's what I think when we all met and we all gelled together. That was when we really got the relationship with Matt, and that was awesome. And then we met. Obviously, I met Matt, and then we started doing it with Luna Kiss. And because we been doing the album sporadically, that's why we've been there so much. And we spent like 2-3 days there. And then I got to talking with Matt, and I'm a chef on the side as well. And I've been doing private chef work there. So I've just been there pretty much all year doing some private chef work for bands that are in the studio with Matt, which has been just awesome. So I've just been literally surrounded in a lovely studio for the last probably 10, 11 months now,
That's fantastic.
working on the music. I'm working and feeding really cool bands.
That's great. What kind of
Yeah.
chef are
So
you?
Um, I was a street food chef. I did like burgers and like street foody, vibey stuff. But now I couldn't make you anything really. But it's what it made me money for a bit. And now it's like, let's stop doing that and let's do some serious drum work.
Right.
You
So
know,
what is your process working with Matt? Do you record things and then listen and go back and revisit it? Or how does that work?
we just send stuff. To be fair, we send him demos, anything, ideas, and then we've done tracks where we've been like, oh, we've got a verse, chorus, and there's the idea, especially the Arthur stuff, because he always gets a great hook and we know we're going to make a song, but then we've had to hash out a middle eight and stuff, and that can be a bit stressful because then I'm not giving Matt the same part every time. Do you know what I mean? So I'm writing in my head. I'm not always doing the same feel. So we like to now do the demo, send the demo, hash everything out, and then if it gets organic on the day and we want to put something else in or an idea pops in, because when you sit down on that, on the altar in the big, because it's an awesome place. It's like a big 800-year chapel you go in, and it's just epic. And once you sit there, sort of ideas can flow a little bit better, especially if you're
Mhm.
sitting on something for ages and it gets a bit stagnant, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And you sit there, you can go, oh, hang on, I've got another idea. Let's try and do this now. And then go, oh, that sounds wicked. All the idea that you've been working on and is hard, it gets thrown out the window and go, no, we don't like that anymore. So it's equally like,
Yeah, we have to try again. So
yeah, it does. I'm not precious. It's fine.
So something really cool that you did recently was you wrote a track on Rocket League, the gaming video. Can you talk about that?
Matt wrote, I can't think how many he wrote. He wrote a fair few for the Rocket League tracks, and big up to Matt because they were really cool songs. And he rang me one day. I was like, I need a favour off you. And I was like, what's the favour? And he went, I need you to play on a track for me. I was like, of course, I'll come straight up. I'll play it. Send me the track. And I didn't know what it was for until like after I recorded it. And Arthur came up with me when I was recording it. When we were having a beat, I was like, no, it's not for Rocket League. You got that wrong. You must have that wrong, Arthur. And then he was like, no, it's for Rocket League. And I was like, you're joking. It was pretty sort of surreal. Do you know what I mean? To have just a drum part, just feel like wicked. That's my drum now. When you score the goal, that's me playing the drums on that one. I think it is when you score the goal on the game.
Right. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it was very exciting. It was very cool. It's a really cool track as well. It was very pop punk, very like up my street, very sort of Trey Cool-esque in a way, like drumming wise.
Right. It's kind of cool that he didn't tell you about it first so you could just approach it from your point of view.
Yeah, I think he knew I was going to take it serious when I practiced it. Obviously, I didn't just go in and go, yeah, I've listened to it, I'll have a go. I wanted to nail it for him and get it on the nose of where he wanted the drums to be, as songwriters do. Do you know what I mean? Just come in and just annihilate their part by going, just
Right.
destroying it with a drum beat or blast beat over it. Not like a blast beat very well, to be fair. I'm useless at blast beat.
You started Lunakiss when you were 17 years old and toured in Europe and built a history together. I think it's kind of special to be in a band where you start out young and you almost grow up together. How has your relationship with the guys evolved from the early touring days, brought the band into 2026?
Well, that's a good question, to be fair. It's me, Will, and Chris started Lunakiss. And then we've had bass players, and we've currently got no bass player at the minute. We gig with click tracks, and we are going to get one. We've just been focusing on the album so much. We've had gigs that we've just gone, let's not focus on getting a bass player, let's just play them, and we'll do the click tracky thing. And it kind of made us a bit closer. Not that we're not close to the previous bass players, we still talk to them all, but it was weird. I think we realised how much us three love it because we're still here, if you know what I mean. And we're still doing it. It's not for the money or the fame, or it's just so like people like yourself can be like, oh no, I love that track. Like that's what it's for, and that's why we do it. And I think we've always done it for that. Like we've always practiced like twice a week and been really like religious with it, but it's because we love it, because we've
Right.
always done it. And that's what we do. I think if we didn't do it, it would be like, oh, this is weird. And you have times where you hate it. You're like, I don't want to go to band practice. I don't want to do this. I don't want to play this song again. But then you have them moments where you're like, that this is what it's all about. Do you know what I mean?
Right. I think that that's the same with like any relationship or anything
Yeah,
that
of
you're doing.
course.
It's persevering through it when you feel like giving up and not doing it because it's your baby essentially, and you have to
Yeah,
feed it even when you don't feel like it.
exactly. And you got to all play your part. Because I mean, as you witnessed me trying to get on this chat tonight, I am useless with technology. So Will and Chris are dead patient with me, and then I do different things. You know what I mean? And we all gel together. We all do our part for the band, and we all commit to it. And I think that's the big thing. And same with Arthur Invincibles. We all do the same. We're a band. It's a team game. It's a
Right.
team
You
effort.
you can get a lot more done if everybody is doing their part and
Yeah, but
it's
didn't I? It's when we were on tour and during that, they used to have to come and get me to load the van and stuff. Because I was always good at loading the van, but I would just be off having a beer at the bar. But like, where's he gone now? Like, let's
yeah.
go. Oh. And then by the
I
end
have
of the week too, you can see him going, come on now.
I have
So,
someone in my band like that. Yep, I know
yeah.
that feeling.
But, I always get the van, but no one else can pack the van like me. So no matter how many beers I've had, no one else can pack the van like me. It's got to be done right. Otherwise,
Yeah.
nothing else is going in it. You get to like the end and go, we can't fit this in.
It's like a perfect game of Tetris.
It is, yeah. You got to get good at it as well. It is
Right.
literally just Tetris.
Speaking of technology, you guys have started streaming live from the studio every Thursday on TikTok. For a band rooted in alternative rock and post-grunge, what has it been like adapting to perform digitally?
That's a really good question as well. It's been really weird for us, to be honest. And it's put something personally I don't like because it's not a gig and you haven't got the big room and the big, rig going on. But we have really enjoyed it because it has got us it's got us followers, it's got us listeners on Spotify, it's got us things, it's got people to engage with the band. And I think I think with technology now, especially I use the Yamaha EAD10 on my kit. We're just plugging that in, and then you get a good drum sound. And then the guys are on, I think Will uses a Kemper and stuff, getting all that right, and we can get the right tones and the right sound for people watching it on social media. So it's not like jeopardizing the sound of the band, if you know what I mean. It's not sounding like being a jar. It actually sounds quite good. People are engaging online, and then they go to the Spotify, and then they'll come to a gig. That's the idea of it.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
I think it works. I mean, I don't like it because I think it makes people not going to venues and stuff, and it could, not that it's the end of that, but it's just not as fun, is it? But it is
Well,
also cool that if someone doesn't want to go to a venue, they can engage with your band, or if they can't get out, and they can watch the band. And so it's got definite pros and definite cons, I think.
and I think the energy of punk rock music is part of it is the audience
Yeah,
and
of course. Yeah.
entertaining
Yeah.
the audience. And so it's interesting that we have to adapt in this day and age because in this aspect, it removes that element, but it still needs that energy to
Yeah.
be punk
It,
rock.
it's like me and my mate were talking today. So imagine, I mean, I've been doing videos, and I love doing them. I love making all the drum videos, but imagine like someone saying to Bowie back in the day, you got to do all this to do that, to get here, it's like, you'd be like, oh, well, that's mad. No, don't do that. Could squash it. But I think you can only squash it if you allow it to squash it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? If you allow it to, this is a tool. It's a tool to use the tool well, and don't abuse it. And then I think then that is how it all works. And that's how it works organically. And people will come to see your shows then, because they realize you're not just an Instagram band. You're not like, oh, you're not just playing 30 seconds of your song all the time. You can actually play this whole song set live online. Yes, we have problems because we have the cameras go down and all sorts of things, as you
right.
noted. But yeah, I think it's good.
So have you noticed it's made the followers in the live venues
Yeah.
grow? Or just on, that's fantastic.
I wouldn't say the live venues just yet, because we've been so busy this year. But sales of merch, we've had go up a little bit. We've had definite followers on Spotify. We've had listeners. You can see it. So it works because people can still engage. And then with Lunar Kids, Chris just had a baby, so the gigs have been quiet for that as we've been writing and doing the album. And then we've got we've been playing the same set for years, and obviously adding new songs, but now we've got a whole new set. I mean, we've got a whole new album that no one's heard yet, and now we've had Matt work with us, it just sounds perfect now. It's
That's
like,
great.
there's the nail in the coffin kind of thing.
Right.
I can hang that up and go, we really tried. There's still more in there, but this one
That's
really feels special.
that's exciting.
Yeah, so it's cool, and it's different, and we've gone back to let's not be too scared of being a bit weird and a bit Lunar Kiss and a bit us. So
You transitioned drumming from a lifelong hobby into a full-time reality. Talk about some of your current goals moving forward.
I think it's just stay focused, practice, and just keep, because I know enough people now in the industry where I could, I'd go play any gig. Just stay focused, stay humble, and keep practicing, and something will come your way, hopefully. And it could, I could, for instance, like doing the chef work at Vader. I never thought I'd go do private chef work ever. And I've catered for like Wonder Horse, Kingfisher. I've done some big, really cool bands, really nice people. So like,
Mm.
it's just, I think it's just focus on the music and focus on keeping it organic with both bands, and things can happen, and with the other side of drumming, just try and focus on practicing as hard. So if session work comes up, I can play that song, and I can, because that sort of terrifies me a little bit, because I've always played in a band. I've played with other people, and I've done the other live acts, but I've never like turned up to a venue and gone, oh, here's the drummer, he's never heard the part. Or, do you know what I mean? We've never met him before, and here he is, he's going to do it. So that is
Right.
something I'd like to get into. And But you've got to be good at doing that, ain't you?
Right, that's its
You got
own
to be.
skill, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, geez, just a bit.
So what are some of the things that you're practicing on or working on?
My left hand, strengthening that up. I'll tell you that tomorrow. So when he watches this, because I'm my foot, just everything, just strength. Because when I'm recording with Matt, especially when I start getting tired, and I'm not the biggest Philly sort of player. I'm quite a pocket drummer. I could call that. I'm not the best at doing. I'm not a choppy player. I'm not like I've tried to be, but I'm not one of those. I wish I could be. But when I go to do these big fills, Matt, I do start losing strength in my left hand, especially. So, like, if you're coming back down, and it's like you always want to be, when you watch like Eloy Casagrande play, just every hit is just on the nose. So I'm just not trying to be flash, but trying to be strong and to the click and just tight as I can.
Yeah,
Because I worked with
I'm glad.
John Rivers years ago, and he was a good producer, but when I was about 18, I was trying to do all these choppy fills, and I remember practicing in the booth, and he just come over with the headphones, and he was like, "Why don't you practice playing a beat and like playing in time?" And that stuck with me as well since I was 18. So well, that's why I've just been practice being strong and playing for the band, not for yourself
Right.
as a drummer.
I think that that is one of the most important things because
Yeah,
you know, we don't have an audience full of drummers. We have an audience full of people who love music
yeah.
and they play music that is accessible to them. But I was laughing about the left hand thing because I think every drummer, we're all working on our left hand.
It's just a nightmare, isn't it? I mean, I've even gone to the thing there in the van. I've got a drumstick sat there, so if I'm in traffic, I just sit there going.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it as well. Like the technique's just never as good. It's like, what's wrong with his wrist?
Yeah.
So, and it is just practice. It's just me being lazy. I should sit on the practice pad more. I should sit. I've got another. I mean, I was in the other room. I've got an electric kit in the other room, and I don't actually have it plugged in. I've just got it as a just practice and just round the kit, and then come back round the other way, and just all sorts of, and always hitting the center of the drum, all that
Right.
business. And I know that sounds really. I mean, I've been playing since I was a kid. It shouldn't, but it is really important.
It is
It's like
very important.
not
Yeah.
hitting the drums too hard because you can suck the tone out of them. All that sort of stuff. Just making the drum kit sound really nice.
Right. I think the older we get, the more technique is important because we have to keep our bodies in shape to
Yeah.
do this. Drummers are athletes and we have to take care of our bodies and make sure we're playing correctly. I think as long as we're playing, we just need to keep working on
I used to
technique.
be able to, not for, I used to be able to have 4 or 5 beers before I went on stage when we would tour Germany and that. That'd be great. I mean, maybe it wasn't. I was young and naive, but I could play and I was fine. I was fit. I was like, oh, I'll be fit. If I had 4 or 5 beers now, which I've had 4 beers before I go on, and I mean, I just lock up the acid, like lactic acid in my body with a second song. I'm like, oh, oh, I can't
Yeah.
do this anymore. So it's not worth it. It's not. We can
Right.
have that. Drink your water, have loads of water, and then drink your one beer, which everyone knows I'm lying. It's led to 2 or 3, but you've got to, you got to just take the rough with smooth. You've got to be fit, haven't you, to have the beer? So. But yeah, I do agree. You got to keep the fitness there.
Right.
So
Your approach to drumming is rooted heavy in serving the song, which we just talked about, and holding down powerful, reliable groove. An endorsement's kind of a badge of honor, but it's also about the alignment of identity. Collision has built a really distinct, fiercely supportive subculture of drummers. Beyond just physical sticks, what does it mean to you personally to be backed by a company that has this specific ethos? And how does it fuel your drive for writing material
it,
or moving forward?
me personally, it's made my drive massive as a drummer because I always say with like the cleaner son at the back, you know what I mean? Like we're just at the back, but with Collision as well, like I actually speak to Jamie, I speak to people on the phone. I'm always getting the emails and people care, and then they'll reshare something. Like I did the video the other week. I can't remember what song it was with Mary State, and then all of a sudden it was on the page. I was like, oh, they're
Right,
sharing stuff, and I'm really, and I'm starting to focus more on the social media. I'm not cynical with it. I just don't. I want to sit there and be on it all the time, to see that Collision actually repost and actually care about the bands, actually care about young drummers and every sort of drummer, and I think it's a great company and it's a great thing to see because I think it does need more. Not even just drumming, just in the music industry, it needs a bit more care and love and people showing that they're not just there for us to buy buy the product. They're there for the artist as well, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do love that about Collision, always sharing everybody's posts, and it's
Yeah, it's
kind of
great.
like a little family. You
Mhm.
can see what everybody else is doing, and it's really nice to look at all these different drummers.
It is really awesome, and it's like I say, you see all genres and all. And what I love is all qualities of videos as well, because I've always been, I've just bought the Yamaha ED, I put it into my phone and I just go, there's the video. I'm like trying to get it in time. I'm there like, oh, I can't do this. So I never did it.
Mhm.
And I posted the one video with Collision that I did just straight off my phone. They still posted it. I was like, that's great that they just use phone audio. They don't like, doesn't have to be like these people that are really good at engineering and make the kit sound epic, and it's just about the playing. It's about, like drummers always have to go play the house kit as well. So you got to make whatever you've got in that room sound good, and that's what I love. Every video is different. It's not always like, oh, perfectly recorded drum clip here. It's like, oh, it's raw audio and raw, like the raw videos, and then people on stage. It's exciting. It's great.
You're making all this great music. Where can people find it?
We are mainly on Spotify, obviously. We're on all the social platforms and YouTube, and lunakiss.co.uk. You can buy all our CDs and our physical merch. We've got LPs and whatnot. And with the Arthur stuff, we are well in progress of making all that and by writing the album. Arthur is crazy. It's a great journey with Arthur, because it's just, I mean, that's the whole band, not just the boy himself, but he's mad. We'll eventually have a lot of stuff, LPs, CDs for sales and shirts, but right now the Arthur stuff is just on Spotify and YouTube.
And where can they find you on social media?
AATI band at Instagram on the Arthur and the Invincibles one.
Okay.
And Lunakiss Music is the Lunakiss one.
Awesome. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.